So I've checked out the third movie released by Vinegar Syndrome of Galindo Jr. and this one is Dimensions Ocultas, or Don't Panic. This image, I'm going to be talking about this at some point, this outfit particularly, because it's absolutely bonkers is the only way to describe it. Now, Don't Panic revolves around a character of Michael who is having his 17th birthday. Some friends come over, they whip out a Ouija board, they do some things and nothing really happens, but then Michael starts to get these red eyes as he sees through the eyes of a killer, someone who's stalking and murdering victims, and he starts to become haunted by this experience. Of course, he's going through the usual teenage tribulations as well, as he's finding someone he likes, trying to connect with her, as well as he sits at home in his bedroom which is one of the most fantastic production set pieces there is, or set designs. It's covered in race cars. He likes to pretend he's in a race car, and he's wearing the kind of PJs that a 5-year-old boy may be slightly embarrassed in wearing. We'll go back to it again. These things here, covered in dinosaurs, and he wears them a hell of a lot. And it was one of the most egregious things I've ever seen on film, a grown man wearing these kind of PJs. I'm surprised they even made PJs that size, and I think there's at one point there's a character actually calls him out on it, just pointing out how ridiculous he looks, and it's just completely bonkers. But Michael is haunted by the fact that he is seeing these images of people being murdered. He wants to figure out what's happening, and for all the shortcomings in certain aspects that I have, whether it be the acting or the fact of the costuming, the feeling that these characters should be much younger than they're actually being portrayed. You know, it feels as if it should be maybe 11, 12-year-olds that are in these kind of roles mostly. It does have some really strong points, and the strong points are the atmosphere, the stylistic filmmaking, the shot design, the way the movie flows, and of course the gore and blood that comes into it. And I think that is where the movie really excels. It takes certain liberties as well with other of Galindo Jr.'s movies, like the fact that throughout this there's a couple of shots of characters watching Cemetery of Terror, which you've got to just love the fact that he's like, yeah, they're watching this and they love it. It's my movie, so what? But Don't Panic was a really fun horror movie. Like I said, it had enough cringe factor to make it not perfect, just kind of average filmmaking, but had some excellent moments of horror, of terror, of scares that were brilliant. It had set pieces that were both frustrating and fun at the same time. There's a particular moment where he goes looking for a character whom he knows is going to die, and he breaks into a hospital. He's trying to find them. It's one of those frustrating scenes because you know he's going to be too late to the scene, and he's going to make himself look like he is the person behind it all because he was there. And it's elongated, it's a chase sequence, and you just feel frustrated because you know the outcome of this, and you know it's a futile effort, but he kind of has to try and get there. There is some really wonderful effects. There is a person in a TV screen that's like static, and the face pushes out of it and talks to him, warning who the next victim is going to be. It has these creative moments that are really fun, but like I said, some of the acting's a little bit silly. Some of the lines are extremely corny, and there's moments with a Rose that's just oh so gratingly bad, but I enjoyed it, and it does have a surprising ending at the finish. I didn't see that kind of ending coming in this one, and it was a kind of bold choice, and I kind of liked it. I feel, yeah. Don't Panic was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I think it's very different. These three movies from Galindo Jr., Grave Robbers, Cemetery of Terror, and Don't Panic, were all similar yet different enough to make them really interesting to view, and I had fun going and checking out this Mexican filmmaker. I think if I was to quickly rant them, I'd probably go Grave Robbers, Don't Panic, Cemetery of Terror just now, but I'm curious how they'll be on a second watch. I'd love to know your thoughts on Don't Panic. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.